Not sure why everyone's surprised, but people are surprised the market went down.
This is Tyson Ray, financial advisor at Form Wealth Advisors, where we exist to help make life better for our clients and those in our community.
This is up or down for January, and the year 2022 started with the market having a sell-off. It's partially because of how well 2020 and 2021 went. In fact, it was all the way back to March of 2020 was the last time we had a 10% sell-off, which you're supposed to have one of those about every 12 months. And yet, why did it happen? It happened because the world is waking up to the fact that, you know what? Interest rates might be going up. We've been saying that interest rates have been going up ever since the government opened up the floodgates and gave everybody money. And here comes the inflation we thought we were going to have. And what I want to show you, this is the projection for the Fed and interest rates going up. And yet this is what the market was expecting at the end of last year. Now coming into January of this year, the market's going, wait a second, we may actually get these increases. And that difference is the sell-off of the market. Because the more the Fed raises interest rates, the more that can slow down the stimulus. Notice I said slow down the stimulus because these rates are still stimulative. These rates have to go up quite a bit more to become restrictive or to be something that would actually be a deterrent to growth. But yet the market sold off to adjust for that. And again, that's normal. That's not anything new. That's normal. And what I want to remind people is in order to get the long-term compounded returns of the market, you have to tolerate these sell-offs that, quite frankly, happen way too often. This is what normal looks like. That the market in 1987, inner year from the all-time high to the lowest point of the year, dropped 34%. And yet, that was in October of 87. And yet, to finish the year, it ended up with a positive return of 2%. And in order to get the long-term returns of the market, you have to tolerate all these sell-offs that, quite frankly, happen fairly often. What I understand as an advisor is what a client sees, what the individual sees in their portfolio. They see nothing but the downside. They see nothing but every time they see their portfolio and they see a high watermark, they see the highest value it's ever at, they judge that as their principal. And then they get upset because that principal goes down. And yet it happens every year. And in fact, last year, the downturn was only 5%. So here in January, for the fact that we actually had a almost 12% correction in the month of January, isn't really that extreme relative to the last 20 or 30 years, but compared to last year, it was extreme. And yet my job as a financial advisor is to help clients see that the markets are up more than they're down over longer periods of time, not month to month or day to day, but year to year. And so as a client, I want to help you understand that this pullback was a normal time to let people panic out of the market. A long-term investor doesn't panic. A long-term investor plans their withdrawals in advance. And as a financial advisor, our job is to help you understand when you should take that money out. And it's not when everybody else is panicking. And so, welcome to 2022. It's going to be a bit more of a bumpy road as the uncertainty of what the Fed is going to do plays itself out. But what I think is going to happen over long periods of time, over the rest of this year and then the next year, that we're going to get behind COVID. And I actually think things are going to be better than everybody's expecting, because that's kind of what history keeps showing us, is that things continue to improve. Our lives continue to improve. Our healths continue to improve. And though COVID was definitely a setback, I think there's a lot of things we learned about ourselves and as a society that are going to make us better for it. And so with that, this is Tyson Ray. Look forward to seeing you next time.
The purpose of these up or down videos is to try and bring a little understanding about what you should be doing with your long-term investments based on what is going on. And so this is Tyson Ray, financial advisor at Form Wealth Advisors, where we exist to help make life better for our clients and those in our community.